But first, thousands are at Arrowhead Stadium today, but you're not missing a Chiefs kickoff. They're looking for protection from COVID-19, and today they all received a vaccination. 41 Action News anchor Kevin Holmes is live at the event, one of the biggest, Kevin, in the metro.
Indeed, the biggest thus far here in Kansas City and Jackson County. You know, they say sports is the great uniter, so it's very fitting that all this is happening here at the Truman Sports Complex, because this event here is such a uniter. We've seen people from all walks of life here in all of their vehicles from all parts of Jackson County. And if you don't have a vehicle to maintain that equity, there are several stations where you can meet up and you'll be brought here on a bus all to receive that COVID-19 vaccine. This drive-through vaccine event, the first massive vaccination event in all of Jackson County. When all is said and done tomorrow evening, up to 8,000 people will have received their vaccine, and they won't have to come back for a second shot either. That's the great news. You see the Johnson & Johnson vaccine being used today, and just one shot is needed.
Vaccine allotments to Missouri projected to triple, with more than 500,000 initial doses estimated to arrive in Missouri by the end of April.
You know, that Johnson & Johnson vaccine, one of many reasons why this event is able to happen and to help kind of boost vaccine supply across the country. And today, Governor Mike Parson said the supply from Missouri is growing, as you just heard. The governor also said that growing supply of the vaccine made this event possible. Jackson County Executive Frank White also spoke this morning. He says the vaccine event is essential for the safety of county residents, especially those communities of color where this is so much so needed.
We cannot deal with any more pain and any more suffering. We cannot let our guard down, not when we're so close. So I urge you to keep fighting, wear a mask, practice social distancing, and get vaccinated.
Remember, once you're vaccinated, you're not out of the clear just yet. You still need to wear your mask, and organizers are encouraging everyone, even after you receive your vaccination, encourage others to do the same. It's also important because we are out of the woods just yet.
It will take a huge weight off your shoulders. Yes, you will still need to wear a mask in public, and you'll still need to be careful, but the worry we all have had about getting COVID will be drastically reduced. You'll be able to hug your grandkids, and in the right circumstance, take off your mask.
Again, Dr. Steele, you just heard from, says that if you made the decision to get vaccinated, encourage others to do the same. You see this line here? It is moving very, very smoothly right now. When all is said and done, from the time you set foot on the complex to the time you leave, it should take you under an hour, and that includes the 15-minute observation period. A lot of folks are waiting in their car. Others are being observation or are staying for observation on the KCATA buses behind me. Our team coverage continues with 41 Action reporter Emma James. She spent the day out here talking with those who received the vaccine. Emma, what are they telling you?
Well, Kevin, we talked to a lot of people, and they had great things to say. People were really pleased with how quick and easy this process was. And if you look behind us, you can see it's still moving steadily. Oh, there's not too many cars here, but in the lane over on the other side, it's moving through pretty quickly. Now, as you just said, people said it took a little less than an hour to get from start to finish, but they say, what's an hour when they've been waiting a year for this?
I just got my COVID-19 shot.
And how do you feel?
I feel wonderful.
Jennifer Porter joined 4,000 other Missourians Friday in getting the one-and-done Johnson & Johnson vaccine. For Porter, it's a new sense of security.
I feel like I don't have to stress or worry anymore. So I feel if there are any adverse effects to the shot, it's much better than what I would suffer if I had COVID.
To avoid traffic backups, organizers stress showing up at your scheduled appointment time. Drivers say they're grateful to members of the Missouri National Guard for a quick and easy process.
Super easy. They just pull you right in. I thought it was going to take a long time, but honestly, it went really quick.
The vaccine marks the beginning of the end for people like Anthony Dillard, who had COVID last summer and lost several friends to the virus.
To me, it's nothing to worry about, you know. I mean, we created the polio vaccine decades ago, and, you know, it eradicated it. So I'm sure we can rely on science and medicine to do the same thing with this.
Esau Formuso suffered loss during the pandemic as well.
One of our relatives was taken away due to COVID. So I think it's important for everybody to get the protection.
Every person coming through the line has a different story, but now they all have something in common: a COVID-19 vaccine and a new sense of hope.
Get your vaccination. Get it. There's no harm.
And it's important to note you do have to have an appointment if you are coming out here to get a vaccine. You will be turned away if you don't have an appointment. We're told all 8,000 slots are currently filled, but the Jackson County Health Department is promising any leftover doses won't be wasted. Reporting live at Arrowhead Stadium, Emma James, 41 Action News.
Emma, thank you. And we spoke with the Missouri National Guard our last hour. They tell me on average about 400 people are coming in and out here each and every hour. When all is said and done today, 4,000 will have received the vaccine here, another 4,000 tomorrow, 8,000 here at the Truman Sports Complex. You know, Dia, I remember about a year and a half ago, the 2019 NFL campaign being in this gridlock, in this line for a game. You know, when you leave out the Truman Sports Complex to go home after a Chiefs game, it was bumper to bumper. It's like that here, but it's so great because things are moving smoothly, they're moving efficiently, and folks are just happy. They're just thrilled to be in this position because now we see light at the end of the tunnel.
Let's go. Let's get it. Thanks, Kevin.